right, everybody, and welcome back to After Further Review. I am your host, Stephen Tower. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have been on hiatus as we have gotten the AFR headquarters in a new location and a new office, so you can't see it, but I have an entire green wall behind me now, so no more screens, and I am now here in my finished basement. So really great to be back live on the air, and this is going to be a really fun show to kick off AFR HQ 2.0. Tonight we are going to be creating our first fighter with the upcoming release for Legends of Boxing by Stone Mountain Press, the Career Campaign Guide. This is an expansion for the Legends of Boxing game. It allows you to create your own boxer or several boxers and then guide them through a career and see the ups and downs as they go from just a local fighter all the way up to hopefully a world championship level fighter. So tonight we will see the creation of the Medfield Kid, who is a up-and-coming heavyweight prospect in the boxing world, and then we will have his first bout. So I'll show you what the campaign guide looks like and how you create the fighter and then how you create your opponents, and then we will wind down the show with our first professional bout of the Medfield Kid. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Looks like a really great crowd here tonight, and let's get things going. All right, so we will switch to this camera here. And all right, yes, welcome everybody. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. Thanks everybody for tuning in. So here we go. This is it. This is the Legends of Boxing Career Campaign Guide. Manage your way to a title. And it is a coil-bound book. And most of it is charts in the back for your opponent selection. But of course, the very first thing right off is how to generate your fighter. And there are three methods. You can do the stable method, which is where you generate a pool of fighters, where if you wanted to play the role of a boxing coach or manager running a local gym, and this will generate a few different fighters for you. You can do the scouting method, and this is where you're going to generate one prospect, but you get to tailor it a little bit closer to what your ideal fighter is, although there's no guarantees. And then the historical retrograde method, where you can take one of your favorite all-time fighters and through this method bring them back to what they would have been at their novice ratings. So, as has been guessed by the designer of the game, Gary Brown is in the chat room tonight under the handle of Gamescape. So welcome, Gary. So if anybody does have any questions, or if I make any goofs, Gary will be there to to correct me. So we will be using the scouting method, and I've got my handy dandy iPad score sheet here that I will be keeping track of the Medfield Kid. So this is what should soon be a free download over on the Gamescape page to keep a journal entry for your fighter. So up at the top we'll have the stats for the fighter, and then for each segment of the year, for each fight, we'll be able to keep track of what happens if we upgrade our stats, what the result of our fight is, and then if anything happens after the fight. All right, so first off, I'll even make this a little bit bigger. All right, technology here. I've got a lot of technology going on, so hopefully everything's running smoothly. So here we go. We got the Medfield Kid. And I'm not going to be able to fit it in there. All right. And he is going to be a physical fighter instead of a tactician. So let's go over here and we'll go to our physical prospect generation. So with the scouting method, what's going to happen is the default is you get 10 scouting points, and you can add up to 5 until you exhaust your 10 points to the roll to all of the different stats, so your defense, your power, etc. But you have to do that before you make the die rolls. So I'm going to add 3 to the control. I want him to be hopefully in control most of the fight. I'm going to add 3 to his power. I will add, let's see, I'll add 2 to durability, and let's see, so there is 8, and then I'll add 1 to willpower, and then 1 to his finisher. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna roll a 20-sided die, and we will just go right across here. So we're gonna start with our control. In this roll, we're gonna add 3 to. So here we go. Medfield Kid comes into the gym, and the scouts are taking a look at him. Let's see, and when we start right off with an 18, and adding 3 to that is gonna be a 21. So we're actually off the normal chart because we've added to it. So that is gonna give us a starting control of 6/7. So control of 6 against other physical fighters, and then a control of 7 against tactical fighters. All right, so off to a good start. Now for defense, this will be a roll that's not modified, so we're hoping for a high one. And we got a 12. Oh boy. All right, well, so we got a defensive 1. Oh, that's a shame. If we had just added 1, we got a 2. Or would have had a 2. All right, next we have our power. We're going to add 3 to this roll. Oh, no. So it's going to be an 11. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, so we're going to start with a power of 4. All right, durability is, we're going to add 2 to this. Ooh, we roll a 6. Uh-oh. So that'll go up to 8. So our durability will be 5. Chin will be an unmodified roll. Oh no, we rolled a 2. Oh no, so our chin rating is gonna start at 1. That's not a good roll at all. So we're gonna start out with a glass jaw. Our cut rating, oh no, I might have to fire this die. We're gonna have a 4, so that is a 3 for a cut rating. Oh boy. Our willpower, we're gonna add 1 to this roll. So it'll be a 5. Let's see. So willpower is gonna start at 4. Our finisher is, what did we say? We're gonna add 1 to that. And oh my gosh, another 4. Gotta warm this baby up. Let's see. So 4. So it's gonna be 5. So our finisher is -1, even though we spent the point. All right, well, so maybe this is going to be a short career. All right, so now we have to figure out, so our endurance is our durability times 2, so 10, plus our willpower is 4. So endurance starts at 14, which isn't bad. And then our TKO is durability plus willpower divided by 2. So that's 5 plus 4 is 9. So we're going to start with a 4 for our TKO points. I believe you round down. Gary, can you correct me on that if I'm wrong, or do you round up for when you're figuring out your TKO? All right, and then we have a couple more rolls we have to make. So our foul tendencies, and now we roll a 20. All right, so we're going to be a nice, clean fighter. All right, and now we roll for our mode, and this is just 1 roll. And we round up. Okay. Well, I got my handy-dandy eraser here. All right, so my TKO is actually going to be a 5, which is pretty good for a starting fighter. All right, so let's see what our mode is going to be. This time we get a 16. All right, so elusive is going to be 1 to 2. Outside is 3 to 9. Inside is 10 to 16. And then finally pressure, 17 to 20. And our A and B punches, our favorites, is uppercut and a combo. All right, so there we go. Boy, oh boy, and I'm not sure about this. But maybe we'll get lucky on our development rolls. All right, so here we go. We'll go to the next page here. So we will start at 0 reputation, and we are at the regional level, and that's our competition level, and then the development level, we will start as a novice. So this is year 1, fight 1. We have no fights in this, and we are a novice. And oh, and I forgot to roll for our age. Let's see, so that is a D6 roll. And oh, okay, well, there we go. We are going to start at age 18. All right, well, that's good. So we've got a long way to develop. So, and then maybe we'll be hitting our prime by our early 20s. We can set up a fight with Mike Tyson. All right, so how this works is the developmental stages. Yes, the Medfield Kid better stay in control. Is your experience in the ring and your age, kind of a combination of them. So after each fight, depending on what stage you're in, you'll roll on a chart to see if you advance into the next stage. You do have to have 3 fights in your current stage, so otherwise it's automatically you stay in that one. So, and then the competition is based on your reputation. So as you have fights, if you win, obviously you earn more reputation, and you need to earn so many points to get a title shot in your competition level, and then so many points to move up to the next level. So in our competition level of regional, we need to get up to 20 reputation points in order to earn a title shot, and then 25 to move up into the national rankings. All right, so we're at 0. Getting ready for our first fight here in the New England region. And let's see what happens. So for our pre-fight, first thing we need to do is find out who our opponent is going to be. And we'll go to the opponent selection here. And you look at what your reputation is, and this will tell you what tier to roll in and how many. So we're going to have 2 tier 1 opponents that we will potentially have a fight against. All right, so regional goes up 1, 2, and 3. Right now we're only rolling for tier number 1 as we're starting off. So let's see what happens. We'll roll a D6. If it's a 1 through 3, we're on this table. 4 through 6 will be on this one. So we're going to get 1 out of this second table, and it's fighter number 15. Let's see. So let's see, 1, 2, 15. And then our second possible opponent is on this table, and number 18. So 1, 1, 18. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. So our first opponent, potential opponent, is a physical fighter. His control against us would be a 2. Defense of 1, power 2. All right, a dirty fighter. Got a willpower of 7, though, and endurance of 15. Let's see, our other potential opponent, 18. Oh, this looks better. Only a control of 1, defense of 1. Let's see, I like that. Oh, a will of 7, though. Dirty fighter and endurance of 13. All right, so we will select him. I'll move over to my score sheet. All right, so let's see. Number 18. So he is a physical fighter. His control is going to be a 1 against us. Defense of 1. Power of 3. Durability of 3. Chin 5. His cut is a 3. Oh boy, this might be a messy fight. Willpower is 7. TKO of 5. Finisher rating of 2. Oh boy, all right. And he is a dirty fighter, 13 endurance points. And for his modes, no elusive. Outside is 1 to 4. Inside is 5 to 14. And then pressure is 15 to 20. And he uses a uppercut and combo. All right, so now we've got our opponent. We just need a name for him. And we'll call him Buster Brown for our first opponent. All right. And this is me fighting out of the blue corner. All right, so now we go back and we have to do our training. Okay, so the training chart, you'll roll on here, and depending on what level you are at, you'll consult that column. This will be a D100 roll. So let's see. When we get a 73. All right, so strategic insight. We have 2 additional mode roll overrides for this fight for a total of 3. All right, so that's one of the changes in this game is that normally when you're playing, if you change your modes, you just roll the die and whatever it is, you have to accept that. However, in this, you normally have one time during the match that you can override what your coach is telling you in the corner. But for this match, we're going to actually be able to do that 3 times. All right, so I'll just make a note down here that I have 3 mode overrides. All right, and now we will set this aside for now, and we will go to our fight. All right, so here we go. Let's go to our overhead screen, and let's get things going here. All right, so we will start. Oh, I got to transfer my stats to this. All right, so my control, let's see, against pressure, it's going to be, or physical, it's going to be a 6. Defensive 1. Let's see, 4, 5, 1. Oh, a 1 chin rating. That is brutal. And a 3. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. And a finisher -1. Let's see, our foul is clean. And what I say, 14 endurance points. All right, elusive is 1 to 2. Let's see, 1, 3, 10, 17. And our A and B punches are also uppercut and combo. All right, so we are going to start. Let's see, it looks like inside is going to be our default mode. And let's see, what is his, oh, and he's also going to be inside. Okay. So this might really be a short fight, both of us going in to lock it up. All right, so he has a control of 1 against my 6. So his default control target number is going to be 12. And mine's only going to be 8, but we are both inside. So that'll drop down to 11 and 7. And let's get our endurance points here. 13 and 14. Defense 1, 1. Power is just about a wash. I have a little bit of a power advantage, 1 point. Chin 5 to 1. Oh boy, that is gonna. I don't want to say it's gonna kill me, but it might at some point. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The professional debut of the Medfield Kid taking on Buster Brown. All right, so here we go. If you haven't seen this game before, I'll do this first round kind of slowly, but basically what's going to happen, I like to roll all the dice right at the same time, just to just to get him out of the way, and I don't need a D12. Okay, so you roll, and we have a blue fighter, that's us, and the red fighter will be our opponent. So the first thing we're going to do is we check to see if anybody has equaled or beaten their control target number. So he needs an 11, and I needed a 7. So in this case, I control, he doesn't. Then we check for the defense. We both have a defense of 1. So anything other than a 1 means that it is a scoring punch. And then finally we look at the percentile dice to see what punch it was. So we're here on the inside chart is a scoring punch. 76 is going to be a nice combination to the body right at the opening bell. All right, so Medfield Kid scores a nice combination to start things off. This is going to be us in control again, but it will be defended this time. And this is going to be a 4. So it would have been a 2-point punch, but this is a 1-point punch and is a potential cut as it's highlighted in red. So that's where the cut rating comes into effect. He has a cut rating of 3. This is a D20 check. So he needs to meet or exceed his target number there, and it's a 12, so no, it's a 6, and so he is going to be cut. When that happens, we'll look under here. We'll roll the percentile dice to see what the cut is. 38, and that is a minor cut under his right eye. So the first cut of the match happens here. Again, it was a 1-point punch. So cut right eye. And if a boxer ever gets 5 cut points in one location, they will the ref will call the fight as a TKO. And if we ever get 9 total cut points spread over either the 2 eyes and then other is anything that's not the eyes, it'll also be a TKO. All right, so Buster Brown, some swelling under his right eye. All right, the match continues. We are in control again. This is going to be a total of 17, so a nice 1-point hook. Medfield Kid taking it to him. All right, so here's both of us beat our control target number, so now we need to see who beat it by the most. He beat it by 5. And I beat mine by 6, so that means that I'm going to be in control. It is a scoring punch. 16, another 1-point hook. All right, we're taking it to him. And this is a case where neither of us beat our target number, so that means it is going to be a split action. So we'll get onto this chart here. We are inside against inside, so that's going to be a brawl. And 43... So it's a juke and move. Both fighters jockey for position, so no scoring punches. We're in the minute 40 of the opening match. All right, we both beat it, but I'm going to beat mine by more. It's going to be a scoring punch. 19, a 1-point hook. It's been all the Medfield Kid so far. We are in control again. 27, nice combination. Last minute of round number 1. We are in control again. 96. That is going to be a big 2-point uppercut. And here's the final flourish of the opening round. He's going to be in control. Let's see, but it is defended. 44. So he's going to hit a light combo for a 1 point, and there is the bell. All right. So let's go to the score sheet here and see what it looks like. All right, so he only scored 1 point, 1 scoring point for that, and I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. All right, so now we get to talk about TKO points, as well as getting TKO'd on cuts. You can get TKO'd from being punched. So at 6 points, he's going to get 1 TKO point for the round. If I had been able to get just 1 more, he would have got 2. All right, so he is at 1 TKO point of his possible 5. And if we get to a place where we're at or near his max, we'll discuss what happens there. Now we see what happens with the referees. And I guess I'm actually going to need to show the to show this for the roll. Let's see. So it was, I won by 8 points. Oh no, actually, so at 8 points there is no roll. So the referees will all score at 10-9 for the Medfield Kid. All right, so now the opponent will decide what he's going to do for. I realize I'm a little off screen there. There we go. Because he lost that last round, so we'll do a mode roll for him. 18. Oh, so he is going to change to pressure. Oh, goodness. Let's see. So he is going to have pressure. His endurance is going to go down by 3 for using the inside mode, but then also 1 more because of that TKO point. So he is down to 9 endurance points. With pressure, his defense is -1. So let's see. Oh, I guess if his defense had already gone down. So it'll stay at 1 until he has something else that would subtract from his defense. Then it would go down to 0. And his controlled target number is going to drop down to 10. Normally when you win a round, you would just stay in your mode. This is one of those times where I could override it, but I think I'm going to stick with the inside. That seemed to really work for the Medfield Kid, so his control target number will stay at 7. We also lost 3 endurance points for that, so we are down to 11 endurance points, and no other changes except for the control target number. All right, so here we go, round number 2. Oh, this is your debut match is a 4-round debut match. So we are in round number 2 of a scheduled match for 4. All right, we'll take a Bitty Beer break. This match brought to you by Bitty Beer. Bitty taste, or Bitty price, but not a Bitty taste. Okay, so here we go. Buster Brown looking to get back in this, and the Medfield Kid looking to put this away maybe, because I don't like things as the match goes on longer. All right, so here we go. Right off the bat, he is going to be in control. It will be a scoring punch, 72. That doesn't sound good. All right, so it's a K4. So any of these that are outlined in black, it means it's a potential knockdown punch. So we're going to look at his power, and if it equals or exceeds that number, then it's a potential knockdown. Fortunately for us, his power is only 3. So if it doesn't meet or exceed the number, then it's a 2-point punch. All right, so Brown, opening big combination here in round number 2. And let's see, that is going to be him in control again, 90. Oh, no, uh-oh. So that is going to be a potential knockdown punch. This is only a K2, and he has a power of 3. So a big uppercut. Now we're going to go and check our chin rating, which is only a 1. We're going to roll the percentile dice. And we need some high numbers here. And, oh no, we get a 30, so down goes the Medfield Kid. Uh-oh, down to the mat, so that'll go as a 6-point punch. And now we need to see if we can get up. So this is going to be our willpower. Our willpower is a 4. Again, this will be a D20. So we need to roll an 8 or better to beat the count. Oh, and it was off screen. Uh-oh, right? It was off screen. Oh my gosh, and that was off screen too. Oh no, and it's a 2. Ah! So the Medfield Kid doesn't beat the count. Oh no. And at just, what is this, 30 seconds into the second round, the Medfield Kid goes down for the count. Oh goodness. All right, so that will end the match rather quickly. So we are KO'd at 30 seconds of round 2. And this might be a short career. I might need to start the Medfield Kid off again in another show. But all right, we'll see what happens in as we move on to the post fight. All right. So in the post fight phase, the first thing we're going to do, I'll go back to my journal. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to fill in the training camp. I got 3 mode overrides that we never got to use. All right, and so the result was we were KO'd at 30 seconds of round 2. Okay, so our development check. First, we'll roll a d20. If we get a 1 through 4, something good's gonna happen. We've got a 15, so nothing doing there. And then for our career advancement, if we need to check, this is the number of fights in our current stage, and this is only our first one. So if it's 3 or less, there's no advancement. But then, because we got knocked out, we do have to roll the knockout recovery. So when your fighter fails a will check after a knockdown, he is counted out. Let's see, if he has absorbed less than 8 TKO points, roll the knockout recovery chart to see how he handles the trauma. All right, so let's see. There's a chance we might get something good here. And we got a 7, so 7 through 16 is no effect. If we'd got a 17 through 20, we actually would have increased our chin rating. So, post-fight, the knockout recovery is going to be no effect. All right, and there we go. And then we would move on to fight number 2. And we'd go through the same thing. We'd select our opponents. We'd go through the training camp. And actually, I forgot to say what our reputation increase is. So for reputation points, we were fighting with someone who was an equal competition level. He was a regional fighter. And let's see, we lost by a stoppage. So we were already at 0 points. So I've actually never had a case where I've gone below 0. I don't believe you can go below 0, but because then I guess the next fight you'd have to win by knockout to get back to 0. But so there we go. And then you keep building your fighter up as you advance into your stages. Once you've had once you've had 4 or more fights, if you do advance, you get to roll on the stage advancement chart. You can increase your durability, your control, your defense could possibly go up, and then also after every fight you'll be rolling your normal development. So there we go. That again is the career campaign guide coming soon from for Legends of Boxing here. And here, I'll go back up top here. It was supposed to have been out. There was a small problem with the printer, so it should be coming out soon-ish though. And as soon as it does come up, we'll let you know about it here. You can go to the Stone Mountain Press website. There's a link to it in the show notes. If you're interested in picking up the game, you can pick up Legends of Boxing right now. There are several expansions out for historical fighters, as well as just an amazing amount of fighters that come right in the base game. And it is available as both a PDF and a physical copy. So there you have it. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Gary for joining us live in the chat. And we'll have to see what happens with the Medfield Kid. I'm going to try to do this, to make this like a Friday night thing, a Friday night fight. So, but I don't know. Maybe, let me know, should I keep going with this Medfield Kid, or should I try to start again? I don't know. We'll see. That chin rating is going to be a real tough thing. I might end up with a short career for this guy. But there we go, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. It was I was kind of sad to have such a long break from doing shows, but back on the air now, and I should be back on Monday night as well, and I'm going to rotate my Monday shows. So we will have the return of Monday Night Tights. I'll be doing some History Maker baseball, maybe doing some football. We'll kind of rotate Monday night around through some of the various play games that I have, and then I think that I'm going to make Friday night my Friday Night Fights show. So that's going to be all for now, guys. And I hope everyone is safe. Please wear a mask when you go outside. Let's get this thing under control so we can get back together for gaming sessions. And until next time, I'll see you after further review. Have a good night, everybody.